Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good thing to say, I dabbled in stand-up or something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr Podcast. You can listen to this podcast on, we're everywhere, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Rumble, Rockfin, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, even for some reason. Like and subscribe, as always. Before I bring in our fabulous guest, I have a comedy show to promote. If you're in the New York area, New York, Connecticut, Jersey, we call it the tri-state area. Oh, look at my little website. I got to update this website. Come see me in New York, specifically Westchester, specifically Mount Kisco. Saturday, October 5th for Kisco Comedy Night, 7 o'clock show on 11 Carpenter Avenue in Mount Kisco. It's the Mount Kisco Lodge. It's going to be an awesome show. Myself, the very funny Gino Bisconti from Compound Media, and our good funny friend, Fred Rubino. He's is he bi-coastal? Yeah, he's in Florida. He's in New York. He's all over. He's touring. Gonna be a great show. For tickets, go to my website, chrissiemayr.com. Very, very excited. Very much looking forward to that show. Get your tickets now. Don't do this thing where you're like, oh, I'll just show up. Buy them now. Book the sitter now. Plan your outfit. It's gonna be a hoot. Okay. I'm so excited to have this guy on the channel. We spoke very briefly. He was a guest on Friday Night Tights a few weeks ago, and I'm so excited that he's here today talking about just his story, his life, and the recent drama. Welcome to the show, Star Wars Theory.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
And your background kind of matches. It's like the purple theme. It's good.
I know, yeah, we're matching right now. It's good.
I'm loving it so much.
I feel like I gotta get some lights going on, like right over there. It's a little too dark.
By your helmets?
Yeah, I just noticed this.
Yeah, maybe you could get a little. They have lights that are like on a roll.
Yeah.
Or a little just beeping flashlight.
I got this thing, but
that's a light. That looks like a Roomba. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
See?
It's something.
It's so much better.
You
It's
can't even
completely
see it.
behind your head.
Okay. Great start to the show. Awesome.
Great start. We're crushing it now. We're gonna start with I always like when I have a first time guest on to start with origin story stuff. We know you're a big Star Wars fan, but just sort of like, and we're gonna get into the recent drama for sure. Oh yeah, and we have a hello to the people in the chat. Good to see you guys.
Hi, chat.
And we have Star Wars fans in the chat too, like Courtney Brooke. Everyone's very excited that you're here. So how did you get into Star Wars? You're how old? What drew you to it? I have my friend Anna, that's Star Wars girl. When she tells a story, she talks about she's really little. It was, something that she bonded with her, I think uncle with, and it really shaped her childhood and really her whole life. And I feel like she sees everything through the lens of Star Wars. So I don't know. I'm just curious how, was someone in your family really into it? How did you?
Yeah. Well, I think we all kind of have like a similar story with Star Wars. We get introduced to it by someone. The earliest memory of it is like 6, but my parents were like, we were talking about that movie to you since you were much younger than that. And I was like, okay, well, anyways, that's my first memory was when I was 6. Essentially, I loved movies growing up, and my parents would always talk about this movie Star Wars. And well, okay, I guess I can kind of take you back to the story of like kind of where I told Tony as well on his podcast. So my dad did martial arts. He did Aikido. He studied in Japan. He studied in the States. And Aikido is there's a lot of techniques and stuff, but a lot of meditation. And Ki is like essentially life. It's the Force, kind of what George made it to be, with
Is
Buddhism
he
and all
like
that.
Asian? Do you have any Asian in your family?
No,
Okay.
no, but I was literally raised like a Japanese boy, essentially.
A lot of rice and
Yeah.
dry cleaning and just being calm. Did you play the violin too? Or maybe that.
No, just the discipline part of it and the absolute like the martial arts part of it because my dad's trained with pretty much the founders of Aikido. And anyways, long story short, meditation was a major part of that martial art and the way of life and energy and how it influences everything and how it's in everything. And so when I saw Star Wars, the Force was essentially like what I had been raised with, which was Aikido and Ki and meditation. And I just put them together and I was like, holy crap, this is so real to me and it's so interesting. And of course, who doesn't love the story of, someone who doesn't know where they belong, like Luke, and has no idea, what is next for them. And they're looking out to the sunset and kind of just like, well, okay. And then they are just thrust into this massive adventure and journey where they find themselves and they fail and they train and they get better. And there's just so many life lessons. And I've loved it ever since I was a kid. It was really a big rock for me.
Yeah, because Luke, really all the Jedi, it's mastering of self. It's mastering your emotions, your energy. I guess it brings into the whole idea of, I guess possibly like manifesting, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if you believe in like destiny or
I do.
that we determine our own or a combination of both, really. It's
I
like,
do. I think that's a bit of a gray area. I think like people are like, oh, it'll kind of happen. It's like, well, no, it's not going to happen unless you freaking sacrifice and bleed and almost die to get what you want. But it's there if you just apply yourself. And I truly believe that if you do manifest that in your mind, you will do whatever it takes to get that. And so the result in the end is the same.
so you're how old when you get the Star Wars bug?
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
What the hell was I doing at 5?
I don't know. It was Star Wars,
No.
Pokemon, and Dragon Ball.
Okay. Wow. All right. So is it something that you can like bond with your friends over, or is it something you kind of just enjoy on your own?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, now everyone online, like who are my friends and stuff. But when I was growing up, I bonded with my mom and my dad with it. And then because I didn't really have any friends, I would just Star Wars was, like my comfort thing. It was like these are my friends.
You
These
really
characters.
didn't have any friends?
No, not really. I was pretty sick as a kid, so I was quite. My parents were very overprotective in the sense where like couldn't really go on field trips all that much, and so like my immune system was. Why? I mean, I was on chemo. I was literally dying. Like I had
Jeez.
holes
For
in my
how
bones and all
long?
that stuff. Diagnosed around 6 months, so I probably had it before that, and then I beat it when I was like 5 or 6. Was like the
Wow.
last treatment of chemo. So got lucky.
Okay,
But
I didn't realize you were that young dealing with cancer. That's insane.
yeah, it's wild. At the time, they thought it was cancer, but now it's more of like an autoimmune. It essentially is kind of like cancer, but it was called histiocytosis X, and just yeah, it was rough. It was not a good time, but probably worse on my parents than me.
Are there kind of like lasting effects from that you have to deal with now, or do you feel like you've beat it and you're living kind of
Um,
normally?
oh no, I beat that thing when I was like
Okay.
6. It shrunk a couple discs in my spine, so I would have been taller. That's about probably the only
Really?
thing. Yeah, it's about
Oh,
the only thing that
wow.
really left me with. But
Do you ever think of going
um,
back to those doctors and be like, "Look, you owe me a leg lengthening surgery for what you did to my discs." I would be
no,
6'5" right now.
I'm happy with everything I got. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Were
yeah,
you an only child?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. So you're an only child and you're dealing with, something like cancer. Of course, your parents are going to be, you can't blame them if they become sort of like helicopter parents and try to protect you from everything, really.
Well, it's interesting because they did that, but also like my dad put me in kickboxing and sparring since I was like 3. So it's like, okay.
But you said there were holes in your bones?
Yes, there were lesions in my skull and my bones everywhere. My
And then
organs were 3 times too big.
and then you're like the Grinch when his heart grew 3 times.
Yeah, except my so I had like my stomach was distended, and then luckily it went back to normal size. So that's good.
Okay. Wow, jeez, I've never heard of such a thing.
It's very rare. I think it's like 1 in, gosh, I don't know. The statistics back then were, I think it was like some 3 number. It was like 30 million or 300 million. I don't know.
What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were little?
First job ever was to make lightsabers for Star Wars. I wanted to work at Lucasfilm, and I wanted to make lightsabers, like in CGI. Then after that, I wanted to go into robotics and build robots and send them to space, or I wanted to work in renewable energy. So
windmills, mice on wheels.
No,
that sort of thing.
not really so much windmills, more so like things that hadn't been created yet. So like when I was a kid, I remember there was this footrest that we had. It's just like one of those old wooden ones, and it moved. And so I remember just like sitting there and moving it, and I'm like, well, what if this was attached to a generator? And I'm like, well, yeah, but then you would need someone to be pushing it constantly. So what if we had this? What can we get that's like always moving? And I thought of the waves. Like, oh shit, well, what if we put like a generator in the waves or something like that? And I was just thinking stuff like that, or like
so you invented hydropower.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
How are you not known for that instead of Star Wars theory?
I don't know. Yeah, well, modest.
I invented hydropower as a child.
Yeah.
They didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so how old are you when you start? So you started creating Star Wars theory content like 2016.
Yeah.
So did you even have to kind of go through like regular day jobs, or you were able to bypass all that and just do content?
Oh yeah, I think I've had like almost every job in the book. Yeah.
That's the best. People who've worked real jobs are the best people because they have a sense of the real world. And when I kind of encounter people who do online content who haven't dealt with that, there's something missing from the person, and you can't get that. It's just, I don't know.
Oh,
everyone needs it. I don't know. Military, or just go work in a mail room, or I don't know. You have to have a couple horrible jobs under your belt. Yeah. Okay, so worst day job you've ever had?
I mean, I've had a lot of like dickhead bosses, but the worst, probably when they made me a line cook and I wanted to be a server. I was working 2 restaurants at the time. I was like 20, and one of them I was an expo at one restaurant, and the other restaurant I applied to be a server, but they put me as a line cook, and I'm like, okay. Anyways, they didn't train me properly, and I ended up refilling the fryer machine and pouring hot fryer oil in the machine, and I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. My foot's getting really warm. Are these floors heated? And I looked down, and I didn't close the valve, and there was like hot oil just like pouring out on my foot. And then all the waitresses in their heels were just slipping around, and they were all giving me dirty looks. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done here. I'm good.
Oh God. I think being a server, well, you were a line cook, but I think being a server is like the hardest job. I think I made it about 3 months. I worked at this place called Churchill's, and I was like taking this woman's order. I remember she was like ordering salmon. She's like, I want it cooked this way. I was like, well, the chef only really cooks it this one way. And she like screamed at me. And then I went behind like the wall to put the order in, and I overheard her saying to her table, some people deserve to be spoken to that way. And I just started crying, and I was like, what? It's so hard. That's why I think it's funny that you like preferred being a server over being a line cook. Like, I'd rather be in the back with the Hispanics, putting cubes in the food.
I was an expo, so I was the bridge between the front and back of house. Okay. So I would communicate what the chef wanted, what the cooks wanted with the servers and such. So I was like that because they kind of hate each other sometimes. So I was like that. Hey, all right, let's chill out. And then I was like setting up the receipts and stuff so the servers knew what food goes to where and all this and that. And it was fun. I mean, the money's crazy when you're a server or an expo. I'm just like, I was 20 years old and I remember like leaving shifts with like a few $100. I'm like,
Wow.
what is this? I mean, like sometimes it was like 20 or 30, but like on good nights, it was
Yeah.
like you get a portion of what the servers get. And I was like, this is crazy.
There is something really exciting about being that young, and you're like, you first start making money, and you're like, oh, that's why I can't imagine like girls that are that young, like early 20s, like discovering OnlyFans. It's like, yeah, of course. Why would you do anything else? It's literally the easiest thing you could do to make money, but it's the thing you probably shouldn't do because
Well,
it's
it's not forever, right?
yeah.
So they better take that money and, invest it or something and then get
Invest
out.
in Beanie Babies or something that's going to really pay
Yeah,
off.
who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
Mhm.
Pogs, something like that.
Oh, I recently rebought some Pogs that I remembered from my youth. I don't know
Are
why.
we
I just was,
are we the same age? Are you younger than me? I always thought you were younger than me.
I'll take it.
I'm 34.
I'm older than you. I'm 40.
Oh.
Don't
Oh.
tell anyone.
Oh, good for you. Okay, so we're around the same time then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Pogs,
Beyblades.
slammers, chippers.
Yeah.
I had an OJ slammer up here somewhere. It's like literally OJ like in a jail. But it's too nice.
Do you remember
to
those
use.
things that were like crazy? They were like half of a rubber ball, and you would like flip them inside out, and you'd put them on the table. And then
Yes.
Yeah.
We had so many dumb toys.
know.
I'm so happy that we didn't have cell phones growing up.
Me too.
I was already so ADD.
Yeah.
I was already so complacent. But okay. So you're working a bunch of jobs. When do you get into YouTube? When do you start making
I was
content?
26. Yeah. I had like a lifting channel, like a powerlifting channel. I would just like post my like lifts there sometimes because all I wanted to do was be a pro powerlifter. And then once I
When
kind
did
of
you?
got out
Oh,
of
right.
that,
When did you get into weightlifting?
20.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing till probably 23, 24, and then I kind of stopped when I was like 26.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you start doing YouTube at 26. Do you know for sure you want to talk about Star Wars, or do you kind of jump around on other topics?
Oh, I mean, I had no, um, I had no thought that this would be a thing ever. I just made a video and I forgot about it for like 3 weeks.
Okay. And then, so how did you know, wow, I'm really good at this? Like when did things kind of start clicking with the Star Wars content?
It was never like, wow, I'm good at this. It was more so like, this is reminding me of my teenage years when I was on Star Wars forums and I would just talk about Star Wars with other nerds around the world. And I remember with my first video, I had comments and stuff from people, and I'm like, this is so freaking cool. And it just reminded me of that. And so then I just kept making more. And then I was like, oh, I'm making money from this. This is kind of cool. And then I just kept doing that.
And you were working other jobs at the same time. So at what point were you
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't have to work my other jobs?
Probably within the first 4 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. So what did your parents think of all this while this is happening?
They're fully supportive.
Wow.
Yeah, because they always knew, like, I mean, Star Wars was like the biggest thing for us in our family, and so they were just like blown. They were like, "This is a thing, like this is," and they were just like, "Go for it, son."
Oh, supportive. I wish I had supportive parents. They were just kind of like, I would take improv. They'd be like, Chrissy, you're wasting the best dating years of your life doing improv with these losers.
Oh no. Well, I mean, they would do that stuff with decisions I would make growing up too. Like they weren't really keen on powerlifting. They were like, why are you doing this?
They're like, your discs are already compromised. What do you?
Why are you compromising more of them? Yeah. I'd have girlfriends and their parents would be like, why don't you date someone actually successful? And I was like,
wow.
I was like, listen, I'm going to be a pro powerlifter one day. So
You'll see.
you'll
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Oh, well.
You're like, look, I'm going to transition and be the best female powerlifter the world has ever seen.
Wouldn't that be something?
So when did you start thinking making fan films? Because your fan film Shards of the Past has millions of views. Like I was
Yeah.
like blown. I watched it again recently and I'm just like I'm so blown away with how good it is. And how
Oh,
did you
thanks.
get the idea to make one of these?
Well, I just wanted to see Vader fight Mace Windu. I knew we're never gonna get that, so I'm like, well, I'll do it. See if I can make something cool and like, get a talented team and have them create stuff. So yeah, I think the second episode, which I get updates every week, it's looking
Mhm.
amazing. So I think that's gonna be pretty well received by people, hopefully.
And so the first fan film Shards of the Past has how many millions of views?
20
Let's see.
something, 29.
29 million
29.
views. And explain why the process of you actually had to get clearance from Disney to make it to make the film, and you also couldn't monetize it at all.
Yeah, so I remember I was working with a director on the first one, and these next ones I'm directing it. And he was like, we should probably check with Lucasfilm because there was a Kickstarter. He's like, let's do a Kickstarter. And I'm like, okay, well, I wanted to pay for it myself. He's like, no, why would you get anyone to pay? Why would you pay? You never pay for your own movie. And I'm like, okay. And so it's like he like we do $1 million Kickstarter, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, why? Like, this is so
Wow.
ambitious. Anyways, we didn't reach $1 million. Obviously, I think we reached like 70,000 or something, which is still great. But if you don't reach your goal, you don't get the money. So everyone got refunded. And so then I reached out to Lucasfilm, and I'm like, hey, like, is this okay? And they're like, no, you can't be doing a crowdfunder or a Kickstarter or anything like that. You also can't put ads on it like you would your normal videos, so you can't make money from it in that sense. And I was like, okay, so essentially you're saying I need to just pay for this myself and I can't make any money back from it. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, what if you guys monetize it and the money goes to you, but you allow me to crowdfund? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, so I literally have to do this myself with no return. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. So I
Yes,
was like,
enjoy.
okay, cool. So I did the first one, and I promised my audience that I would do the next two or the next one to finish the story. And it's pretty expensive, but we're doing it.
How much
Thanks.
did this one cost to make?
This one, compared to the other ones, not that much. This was about 160 grand.
Wow, cool.
A little over 200, but it's somewhere around there.
Where did you shoot this? In like a warehouse?
No, in LA. Yeah, it was a studio. We built the whole set and everything. And
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
How did you go about casting everyone? Did you just go on like
yeah, it was cool. We put out like a casting call on the YouTube channel, and people just sent in their auditions, and then we just chose a few.
because this guy really looks like Palpatine.
Oh yeah, that's
Because-
Steve Bartlett. He did an amazing job.
Or maybe it's a mask. Or maybe this is his real face.
It's makeup, but he also looks like him too.
Wow. And even Vader's voice sounds like pretty dead on.
Yeah, we just did the lines for episode 2 and 3. It was Jesse Gomez who did the voice, and he just completed that a few days ago.
Wow. So do you know how much you would have made had you been able to monetize this?
Yeah, quite a bit.
How ballpark?
To 30 million views. It's over 15 minutes or so, so I could probably have put in like, I don't know, 6 or 7 ads in there. I'm in Google Preferred, so I get a high amount per ad. So most likely, a conservative number for me with my analytics, I would have at least made probably $600,000.
Wow, that's so exciting. And then you could have invested that back into more films, but it just kind of sucks that
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Wow,
This is
yeah.
a labor of
Wouldn't-
love. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so. I could have just made fan fictions and do like reactions till the cows come home and pocket the money, but that's no fun.
And now after this was such a success, did you ever hear from anybody at Disney or anywhere else? Like, oh wow, like you guys should, I mean, I imagine you put this out, they'd be like, yeah, come work for us. This is amazing.
You know me, I'm pretty controversial, I guess. AKA, I just speak my mind, and they don't
You're
like
friends with so many bigots.
that. I know. Yeah. Well, no, I know that there are some people that have worked at Lucasfilm, and they told me that like everyone saw it. Dave Filoni, all these people, apparently.
Wow.
So that's cool. But you know
They've
what?
all
At the end of
seen
the
it,
day,
and any thoughts? Any like
what? What's that?
so they've all seen this, but any thoughts? Like what did they think of it?
Apparently, a lot of them liked it. From what those people said, but I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
I don't care, to be honest. I just want my subscribers to enjoy it and the fandom, and even people who don't like me. Like, I hope that it reminds them of what Star Wars really is, which is George Lucas Star Wars. And yeah, so
Have you ever spoken to Samuel L. Jackson? Because he has, he has voiced interest in returning to the role of Mace Windu. So I was just wondering if you guys had ever connected on that.
no, but Nick Gillard is pretty close with him actually, and he was like, I can run it by him. He would do it, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can't though because he's under contract with them, isn't he? He's like, probably, but I'll still run it by him. So
Wow. All right, so maybe it's possible. Is that, I don't know. Should we hold that?
I don't
hope?
think no, that's not going to happen. And he'd probably I don't know. I don't know if he would want money or anything. And it's like I don't think I can afford Samuel L. Jackson. It'd be like the whole budget of this thing. But it's not for profit. Like there's no so it's.
What if he's just like, look, I'll do it for a saber, and I'll do it for that
Oh my
light
God,
behind you.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh, it's off. No.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Of course. That'd be amazing. That we still haven't found a Mace Windu. We had a Mace Windu, and he unfortunately passed away just recently. Elliot Branch, may he rest in peace. And so we're looking for a new Mace Windu voice.
Okay, just the
So,
voice.
yeah.
Okay, listen up, Black people in the chat. Poll your friends. If anybody sounds like Mace Windu, hit up Theory. We're gonna
Some
find
of the
a
auditions
replacement.
we've gotten are from white guys trying to sound like a black guy. And
you should do like a best of reel of all the black scents.
I don't want to do that. Mm-mm.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like I'm like watching this and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think that will work, but
I could do a Mace Windu.
could you? Maybe you'll be the next.
Oh, it still fills me with so much rage. The whole scene where he's gonna kill Palpatine, and then his face, like, okay, why does his face get so old looking all of a sudden during that fight?
Well, there's two answers, but the one in the book is that his bones melt.
His bones melt. Uh-oh. Maybe he had what you had.
Maybe he had lesions in his bones, and they all collapsed and deformed. And then the other one is that was always his face, and he was just using like Sith alchemy to cover it up. But no, it's just his bones.
Maybe
melted.
she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, literally.
Like his contouring wore off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, his whole face, just everything just bubbled and
It's just
melted.
flaps. It's just like it looks like the pig people from Twilight Zone.
Never seen that show.
What? Okay.
I know.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
When did you get into Star Wars?
Really only since dating my husband. Like, unfortunately, way too late in the game. We've been together 10 years, so I watched it kind of like I watched all the films kind of early on with him, and then I met Gary, got on Friday Night Tights, and then kind of watched them all again. So yeah, just within the last 10 years, I'm embarrassed to say. So
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you got it. You could have gone into it yesterday if you like it. You like it.
Yeah. Better late than never. Oh, we got a couple supers
Yeah.
from push-ups. I'm going to try to weave these questions in a organic way. Theory, should Chrissy play KOTOR as a noob?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I think she should play Force Unleashed or even like Jedi
Force
Survivor.
Unleashed?
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, Force
What's that
Unleashed.
about? Is it like Among Us? Because I'm really good at that.
No. It's a game. It's a Star Wars game.
Okay.
Vader's apprentice. He has like a secret apprentice that he's training in the shadows. And it's just a really cool story.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look into that because I'm a gamer now. ABCD, yeah. Theory channel member here. I discovered Chrissy one night looking up Star Wars live streams and found her live reaction to ROTJ. Dream collab.
What up, bro? Happy to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm looking at your stream now. Hey, you got like 1,000 people almost.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
That's
Hello,
sick.
everyone.
But 29 likes. What is this business?
29 likes. Wow, they're really making me work for it tonight.
Yeah, what the hell?
Ryan, imagine is Steven Seagal. If Steven Seagal played Luke or Vader, someone make this happen. Oh, we love Steven Seagal. I don't know if it's in the
I love
cards.
Steven Seagal too. I grew up with all those guys: Sylvester Stallone, Arnold, Bruce Willis, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's not the tumor. The dark side with love. Hey, Theory, welcome to the show. If you thought Ryan Kinnell was bad, wait until you see Chrissy, Hail Stimcast, Hail FNT, and Hail Star Wars Theory. Look, I get a bad rap. People, I get a lot of names thrown at me, but I'm actually a sweetheart, and my stand-up is not even that scandalous or racist.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm getting into here, but whatever.
It's just tweets. I think I have a Twitter persona, I have a stand-up persona, and I have like an interview YouTube persona. But I think it's just I'm for free speech, and the people I associate with, we all kind of have the same stereotype.
How dare you?
It's based on nothing. Yeah. Demagina, hey Chrissy, hope you and the fam are well. Yo, Star Wars Theory, love the content, man. Shame we haven't crossed paths yet. That we're in the same sphere. Keep rocking. Oh, I love Demagina. Yeah, I met him. Met him at a bunch of different cons. Push-ups again. Are those Cloud City panels?
Yeah.
Yes, push-ups. They
Like
are.
Death Star panels.
Lou Silver. Oh, so cool. 2 faves. Love y'all. Thank you, Lou. Paul, great surprise seeing this notification. Theory is one of my favorite YouTubers. Been watching live streams since her started them. I think you mean he. Unless you changed your pronouns. Me. You just dead gendered.
I'm gender fluid, so you know.
Oh, Jedi Shredder coming in with a pink boy. Thank you, Jedi Shredder. He gets a sound effect. Cool conversation, Theory. I funnily enough found your channel after viewing some Star Wars Explained content years ago. Found his stuff while polished to be kind of shallow. Yours is far more passionate. Great stories, and your work ethic is off the charts.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Polished yet shallow. Do you agree with that?
I think we just have totally different styles of making content and what we're interested in. So I think, speaks for itself.
Yeah. I love it. I love that you're not quick to talk shit, Theory. It's one of my favorite qualities.
I totally can. I can just, rip people a new one, but why?
You're the bigger person. Yeah.
Well,
you don't need to. It's kind of beneath you. You're not like a drama farmer. Demagina. By the way, first gig was Good Humor when I was 12. Like you drove the ice cream truck, or you worked at the Good Humor, like a stand or something.
What is Good Humor?
It's ice cream.
Oh, is it like an American thing, I guess?
Are you not American?
No, I'm Canadian.
Oh, well, that's close enough.
No. Have you seen our politics up here?
Like you're not Haitian,
No.
Yeah. Do you still live in Canada?
Yes. Right now.
Are you thinking about making a getaway?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You should do it. Come here. Come to the United States.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
Torgo the White Chrissy playing Mace Windu of Red replacing a black. What a twist. Also 28 months. Let's go. Thank you, Torgo. I should really do some members only content. GJJ, thank you for the orange boy. Don't send a saber. Frank Sr. will take it. Oh. Maybe Jesus Davila. Smash the like button. Thank you, Jesus. A serious man. I don't buy shafts melting bones. He's a bad mutta. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about shaft. I don't know what that means, but thank you. And Jake Payne. Star Killer is the man, Chrissy. Found you on FNT. You are gold. Star Wars 3, you are the best. After I buy my new house, I'll buy a saber. Priorities.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Well, hey, you won't regret it. I assure you.
How does one even make a lightsaber? Do you need a 3D printer?
Factory.
You have a factory?
In China, yeah, of course. Where everything is built.
Neat. That's true. That's true.
This computer, your phone, probably you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that explains my tiny penis. Mm-hmm. I was made in China. How do you even get that blows my mind. How do you even begin to be like, I want a factory in China. I'm gonna make sabers. Like what was that process like?
Well, geez, I mean, I've been buying sabers from other companies for years, and I've spent like ridiculous amounts of money on them, and always bought them. I never asked for handouts or free ones because I don't know. I don't like that shit. I just want to buy my own stuff, and if it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. And I thought they were really cool. And I thought, where the technology has come in the last 20 plus years has been astronomical, and I think they're really neat now. And people have been asking me to make my own. And I thought, well, I don't really want to do the same generic old thing that everyone's doing. So finally, after years and years of announcing this, in 2020, I mentioned that I want to make a company and call it Theory Sabers. I finally did it. And now we have exclusives. We have things that nobody else in the world offers, and we work with a great company, TXQ, and they manufacture a lot of sabers. And we have a whole team over there that's dedicated just to us and just our stuff. So it's been a very big learning process over the last not even 6 months, and we're definitely the fastest growing in the world, fastest growing in history.
What is your favorite saber currently on this website?
Changes all the time. Right now, I love the Fallen Knight.
This one.
This one we got, yeah, because it's dope. We got this chamber with like a dual spinning crystal right there.
Whoa!
Badass, yeah. So it's pretty cool, pretty sick.
Okay, that is cool. Which one is the best for girls?
Well, they're unisex.
Okay. Well, which one's the lightest?
Probably, I don't know. This one, just like we just had a sale. It was like $70, and yeah. This is called the Gradient.
Right.
Yeah. So this one's pretty good. Light. We got ones for kids and stuff too. So yeah.
Do they all talk to you?
Yeah, they all got different sound fonts and music. We have music attached there from Samuel Kim, which is licensed to me, that I paid for, and a lot of exclusives. We got the exclusive packages up top, which we just rolled out, which is pretty sick. Nobody offers that.
Oh, here we go.
And we got customer support, like guys that actually care. It's my team. They love what they do.
Cool. Okay, you didn't answer my question on whether they vibrate or not. That's fair. Keeping it PG.
Coming soon.
Literally. Okay, cool. I love it. Yes, get a saber, guys. Christmas is coming up. My birthday is coming up. All the things. TheorySabers.com. Very cool.
Thank you.
How
nice.
neat is that?
Thank you.
Okay, so you're making Star Wars content. You're crushing it. You're getting tons of followers very quickly. When do you first? I guess so. In 4 months, right? You're able to quit your day job and make your full living off of YouTube.
Well, it was risky because I was like, I don't know if this is going to disappear.
Right.
So I was just like, all right, we're free falling. Cool.
That's what it feels like.
Literally, yeah.
So you start doing well. When do you start to notice people? Because we're getting into this drama topic, right? So when do you start to notice maybe people either treating you differently or reaching out to you? Do you start feeling like you're getting, friends and acquaintances first, or do you start to feel like the jealousy comes comes first, or like what is that process like?
Well, it's just there's always two versions of it, and they have the same sort of motive. Either they'll try to be your friend, but you know what they're after, and they're trying to be your friend to get information or to get something or whatever. And then the other one is they just straight up shit talk you. So I don't know. It's
How
pretty
many
easy to tell now.
Star Wars like content creators are there in YouTube? Really? Like
When I started, there were just 4. Now I don't know. There's got to be thousands.
the 4. Who were the 4? Were you when you first started?
There's Stupendous Wave, Star Wars Explained, the Lore Master, which is now fact free, Star Wars HQ. I think that was it.
So how soon into doing content do you start getting messages from what are their names? Is it Alex and Molly from Star Wars Explained, or was it just Alex?
Yeah, it was just Alex back then. I don't think his wife was too active on his channel.
Okay.
A couple months.
Couple
in.
months
I don't know
and
whatever the
seemed
email
nice
says.
enough.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was 2 months in. Yeah, I mean, I had seen his content before. I remember this was like 8 years ago. I remember because I was making my own videos and like, I saw Stupendous Waves. I was a subscriber to just Stupendous Wave from the beginning. I was like, this guy's making lore content. This is so cool. And I had seen Star Wars Explains videos and the other guys too. I loved Fact Free, who's the lore master, and Star Wars HQ. I thought Robbie and Ryan, their 2 twin brothers, were hilarious. I loved their content, and yeah, I mean, it was like a small community. Now it's huge, but
So were you wary of the messages at first, or did it take a couple years or months for you to start being like, I think there's a hidden agenda here?
no, right away. Right away, of course I knew.
So right away
Why,
you're
why
like,
is this guy
okay.
messaging me? He's not messaging me to welcome me. He's messaging me because he was literally asking me what I did to get so big. And I'm like, bro, you've been around here for like 4 years before me. What are you talking about, man? I ain't doing anything special. I don't even know how this thing works. I'm just making videos.
Right. I mean, what are you even hiding? He can watch your content, he can look at your thumbnails, right? He
Yeah.
can see everything you're doing and be like,
Well,
if
so from I never told anyone this. You're getting the exclusive.
the
I just don't
scoop.
want to. I don't want to talk. Yeah, because I just like whatever. A guy that shared some screenshots with me of private messages he had with him. He said that those years he was fully convinced, and he was telling everybody apparently that I'm an industry plant, and I'm getting pushed by the industry to like blow up, and that's the only reason why I was doing so well. He just couldn't fathom that someone was doing better than him so quickly. It's
Wow.
wild. I learned this only about a week ago. I'm like,
You hear that a lot for when people are doing well. Either they're kind of blowing up in the influencer world, or they're doing great at YouTube. They must be some sort of plant. Like, Hawk Tua is a plant. Lily Gaddis, the N-word girl, is a plant. Like, they're all Lauren Chen is a plant.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I was a plant, I'm pretty sure I'd be flown out to like every Star Wars event right now. But
right. You'd be getting all the swag. You'd go
they're
to
the
the
ones that get
Galactica
the early
Hotel.
access. Man, I remember I was the first one on YouTube to talk about Jedi Fallen Order, this game. It was so freaking cool. Chat, I don't know if you guys know about this. I don't know how savvy they
I
are
think
with Star
my
Wars stuff.
stepson used to play this game.
Okay. Anyways, they announced this game, and I'm like all about it because I'm like, okay, this is so freaking cool during the prequels, blah blah blah. And I remember messaging EA, and I'm like, guys, I want to get access to this game. This is so freaking cool. My audience will love it. I'll cover it. Like, I'll pay for my own airplane ticket to go demo. I don't care. And they were just like, oh yeah, we'll let you know. And then I remember I was in LA, and fast forward months and months, and there was a EA Play or something like that. It was like a big convention for all the new EA games. And I messaged him. I'm like, hey, look, I'm in LA. I'm doing something. I was filming Chalk Warfare 4. And I'm like, you don't even got to pay for anything. I'll just come down. Just give me a badge. I'll come in there and I'll document it and I'll post it on the channel and the demo. And they're like, there's nothing happening for Fallen Order. And I'm like, but it's EA Play. And this is like the most anticipated Star Wars game to date. They're like, nope. I have the emails. They're like, nope, nothing. I'm like, okay. But it was sus as hell. Anyways, like a week later, I see all the Star Wars YouTubers explained, Eckhart, all these guys. They're at EA Play. We got flown out to EA Play to demo Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and blah, blah, blah. And they're like fucking playing the game. And I'm like,
What?
all right. This was after my movie. This was after a Vader fan film.
You were snubbed.
Yeah, I was snubbed. And I was like, well, all right. But anyways, if I was an industry plant, man, I would have gotten to play that
You
thing
would have
early.
been there. You would have had the swag bag.
Too bad. Well, and they get access to like the shows early. They get to watch them like a week or two ahead of time. I don't get that.
Why
So,
don't they like you?
I don't know. Must be because I'm bald.
Do you think it's like it just comes down to like your acquaintances and like your social sphere?
Well, I'll tell you this. There was someone that was involved in my film, and then they were working on something that was involved with Disney, and they got fired. They got canned, and they were like, "Well, what the hell? Why?" And they were already filming for several months. Without getting too into specifics, the director of that project and the producer of that project went up to the person, and they were like, "We got a call from higher up, and we're gonna have to let you go because of your involvement with Star Wars Theory, a Vader fan film, and we were told that he's just too much competition, and it was too controversial, so we can't have you involved."
Holy shit. And what did he do for them?
He was acting in one of their things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Wow, you've gotten people fired.
Yeah. Yeah. So after that, learning that information, I was just like, and the Fallen Order thing, I was like, it's kind of weird. Because before that, like I was going to all the different game changer programs for Star Wars, and I thought it was so fun and cool. And after that, nothing. I was like, okay, this is weird. And then one of the guys invited me out to EA headquarters for Vancouver, and he's like, yeah, I'd love to show you around, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh sweet, cool. I'm in Vancouver. I live in Vancouver. It's like 20 minutes away. And he's like, okay, I'll just get your passes. I'll get back to you tomorrow, or whatever. Takes a few days. I'm like, hey man, like still doing this? And he's like, hey, so unfortunately, the EA is closed right now for for tours, but I
They're
can
on
give you
lunch.
but I can give you like a free origin pass to their like online streaming game thing. And I was like, okay, thanks, man. And that's when I started to be like, all right, something's up. Something's weird here. That was the saber turning off.
It talks to you like, hello.
My voice. Yeah, it's my voice.
Like, I'm up. I'm lonely. Talk to me, Theory.
It's like Furby.
It is. It's like a Furby. Feed me.
Yeah, feed me. Play with me. Turn me on.
Do you feel like, I don't know, you've been canceled, or do you not really
No.
identify
This whole
with that?
cancel thing it is so ridiculous because it's like you don't understand people who cancel you, like unless you actually like do something disgusting. But you getting canceled over like an opinion or thoughts or whatever, or people make stuff up about you. Those are the people that will never support you anyways. Those are the people who will blindly follow the mob. And those are people you don't want in your corner. They're not going to watch your videos. They're not going to give you the time of day. They're not going to buy your merch. They're not going to buy your sabers. They're not going to care about you anyways. So those are people that are already ruled out, canceled by people who don't support you to begin with. Like, so we're just back to square one. Like, it doesn't gives a fuck. If anything, now
Right.
those people are watching your content because they want to see what you say. So, okay, cool. Now you're a follower. Enjoy seeing me in your feed. I'm there for the people that support me through thick and thin and are there with me, ride or dies. That's why I'm spending over $1 million on this fan film and with no returns and doing this and that and the other thing. And those are the people I give a shit about. Otherwise, cancel. Okay, go back to your Twitter. Enjoy.
When do you think you'll be done with the second one?
We're releasing that one in spring, and then
Ooh.
the third one will be probably a year, less than a year.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
You know,
So you're getting messages from these the Star Wars Explained people. You're starting to feel like, okay, this is a bit sus. I'm pulling up the video you did about it.
Hmm.
And it's, I guess, years of this, right? A period of like them kind of being nice to you, asking you for like advice, questions, and then what you find out they talk shit behind your back or
Yeah, it's either talk shit
publicly.
behind my back, or there's people that are on their Patreon. And send me the messages of them talking shit, or there's jabs that they throw at me. That's a nice screenshot. Or there's yeah, or it's like they'll be liking posts and they think I don't see, or something like that, or then his wife started to get really active and like really like just prominent face of his channel, and I'm like, okay. And then she's just an angry person. I don't know what's going on with her, but they need like a vacation or something. I don't know really what the deal is there, but yeah, there's just a lot of hatred thrown towards me and jealousy and the things that I would hear behind closed doors from people, and it's just you turn a blind eye. You're like, whatever, I don't care. I'm on my mission. You're
You're
just
focused.
you're not even you're not even on my radar. I don't care.
Yeah, you're just an extremely strong person. You're not, it doesn't seem like you really jump to ever criticize anyone. Um
No.
Even when people deserve it, you're not quick to talk shit. But now it's like, okay, this has been building up for years. Finally, what is the straw that breaks the camel's back? Is it this I guess this press release or whatever that comes out like, oh, we need to take what was it? The plea to YouTube to take your channel down.
Mhm.
I remember it was on this like, oh, some kind of like it looks like a press release. It had like
Looks
the
like a
ships on
5-year-old
it.
would write with
Yeah,
like
it does.
there's
It
like
looks
stickers on it, and I'm like,
like
all
did
right,
look like stickers.
cool, yeah, that's so cute. Thanks. No, look, I mean, I've been everything I say gets like twisted and turned by these people because they just want a reason to take me down. But I don't have to be their enemy. That's just in their head. I'm not this person that they've made me out to be. But at the end of the day, it's not my responsibility to change their imagination of me. They can do what they want. Frankly, I don't give a shit. So
Who is Rachel Leichman?
she did a interview with Leslie Headland, and I reacted to her interview, and then she started going after me, and like in the tweet below that one, which I know this is a post, but or a video, she was just like like making fun of me, and she's like, no neck, no Riz, you look like a block.
No neck? First of all,
Yeah,
you
all this
have
stuff.
Riz and a neck.
Oh shit!
Unbelievable.
Thanks.
No neck, no Riz.
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, okay, well,
No neck, no Riz, no service.
I'm not making fun of you. Like, freaking hell.
Wow. What a
Yeah.
lame Gen Z insult. Okay.
Yeah, no Riz. Like, well, definitely not to you, like, but yeah, okay, whatever.
I imagine she's wearing Crocs with socks while she tweets
don't
this
know.
out.
I don't know. Again, like it's if I were to stop and focus on these people, I wouldn't have
Right.
time for my life. Like I'm running a major company. I'm running my channel, my other channels. Then I have my own life too. It's like I don't got time for this. And then I think that's one thing I learned from being sick is that something like you don't notice this until you're like, I think, really sick, like dying.
Hmm.
When you're in the hospital, and I also noticed this when I was visiting my grandma when I was like 10, and she had cancer and she was in the hospital. You're dying, and there's these machines, there's these sick people in the hospital, there's sick kids around you, they're like all bald and freaking chemo. It's a horrible scene. And then you see the window, and it's a sunny day. And you know that there's people out there living their life. They're enjoying their life. They're going through everything, every sort of emotion. There's different people out there, like they're having fun. Maybe someone just got a new car. Maybe someone is finding love. Maybe someone got a new job. Maybe someone broke up. Whatever. And you're sitting there with fucking tubes in you, and you're hoping that you get to live to see another day, and it's not all over for you and all the kids that are around you and all this shit. And I'm thinking like life is so finite. There's this timeline. I don't want to spend my time on these people who are delusional and are focused on the wrong things in life. I need to just focus on what I want to do And when I was given that, luckily I beat it. I given my life back. I just want to conquer everything I can. I want to have just everything I do. I just want to do my best. And I don't have time. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want. I'm going this way. I'm doing my thing. So that's just kind of the mentality I have about this whole cancel bullshit.
Yeah. And what these people don't understand, it's like what you focus on expands. So if they're obsessed with you and your channel and the jealousy and the comparison, like that's just going to get bigger and bigger in their mind, and it becomes all consuming. Whereas like if they were just like, hey, how can I not even thinking how can I make my own content better, but like, what am I passionate about today? Like, what am I fired up about? What do I want to rant about today? Like what's like grabbing my focus? If they were to just shift gears to that, instead of focusing on you, like their content would be better. And what these people don't understand, it's like, if you were to disappear tomorrow, if your channel would be deleted tomorrow, it's not like they absorb all your followers, all your
No.
subs. That's not
No.
how it works.
No. And also, if something like that were to happen to me, they wouldn't be there to help. They wouldn't care. And that's also what I noticed when I was, my experience in the hospitals and stuff, is that no one gives a fuck if you're in the hospital. Like no one's coming there to help you out.
I would care. I would go
Oh,
to
thank
Canada.
you. But even like at the end of the day, like you're stuck with it, right? No one else is going to have to deal with that. And I just feel like people need to worry more about what's really important in life, which is their time. Because that is, what do we work for? We make money not to make money. We're given time. We're giving time away, and we get compensated with money. Time is the most important thing that we got. I don't want to waste any of it on these people.
Yeah, no, that's so true. That's an important thing to remember. Like, I'm sure I'll immediately forget it tomorrow when I'm down another Twitter rabbit hole, or yelling at somebody with 3 followers who's calling me fat.
Yeah, sometimes I get carried away too, and I'm just like, all right, you've had it too good for too long. Like, let's just get back on our journey here.
But you have such a maturity and perspective that, being sick really can teach you quickly what matters and what doesn't.
Well, it changes your life.
Yeah.
And especially, and not even that, it was like every year I had to go back for checkups until I was 19 or 20. And you have to go to different wards in the hospital, in the children's hospital. And so you're passing the different windows. And, there's just sick kids. And you see that every year. And they're tubed up, and they're just lifeless. And it's,
That's
tough.
really heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, not to take it to a different place, but it's so it just gives you a different perspective of life. And I don't want to squander the opportunity I've been given by other wasting time on other people and like talking shit and this and that. So, but the moment you come for my life cord, I mean, I'm gonna fucking do everything I can to destroy your ass.
Mm-hmm. Come at you like a shark with a laser beam on its head.
That's freaking head. Yeah. Yeah.
So this another moment that you kind of went viral for was, so you're watching the first season of The Mandalorian, which everyone was very excited for. Shout out to Gina Carano. She's the best. And the first season was great. I mean, I watched the second season too, and then I feel like it trailed off. But there was this moment where, Luke Skywalker comes back, and he comes back to take the child, aka Baby Yoda, and you get very emotional, and like you're so present, and it's like it's this wonderful moment where anyone who from cast to crew who's associated with Star Wars or The Mandalorian or any of it, you'd think they would see this moment and be like, wow, we did our job as creators and artists. We that's what movies and films are and TV shows are for. It's literally move people to make you feel all of it, right? So you're like moved to tears in this moment where you're watching your childhood idol Luke Skywalker come back to get Baby Yoda, and you're so lost in this moment, and you would think anybody would be like, wow, this is great. This is what a work of art that we've created, that we can make human beings feel this way. But instead of that, Pablo Hidalgo, who plays actually, right, he plays Mando.
Pablo Hidalgo?
No, it's Pablo Hidalgo was who made fun of you.
Pablo, no, what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. My God, my notes are all jumbled.
Pablo Hidalgo played Mandalorian. Yeah, for sure.
Right. But Pedro Pascal made fun of you for crying.
Pablo Hidalgo made fun of me.
Pablo Hidalgo. That's it. I'm hanging it up. Pedro Pascal plays Mando. Pablo Hidalgo made fun of you for crying.
Yeah.
And made it his fucking Twitter banner. That's what I can't understand.
Yeah. Well.
What a fucking loser. Like, like that gets me so mad. I just don't understand. Like he should be so above all of that. He should be above all Twitter in general.
Why would you make fun of someone appreciating
enjoying
what
your work?
Company, what your company is making? I don't get it. Yeah, and I remember Molly was laughing at me with that stuff just by her tweets and liking things, and I was just like, these people are just something else.
It's ridiculous. It's not because they make the cheap comment of like, oh, it's a man showing weakness or whatever. Men are not supposed to show emotion. It's like, no, you idiot. It's like you're so in love with this these stories and these characters, and it's such an important part of your life. And for a time period, they were written so well that people really attached to them. And if you don't feel that way towards these properties and these characters, then you can't understand why somebody else would be moved to tears, because you're like, what? I'm just an actor. This is just a job. Like, you're being a pussy. But like, and it's actually kind of sad because that means that they haven't felt that way about that property, or maybe any property, or maybe anything they've worked on.
It's I don't know. For me, that moment caught me really hard because it's like I thought The Last Jedi just ruined Luke. So for me, him coming back in that sense where I'm like, holy shit, there's still hope they can actually make cool stories, and I can, fall back into this beautiful imagination and escape that I had when I was a kid. And, for me, going through that sickness and watching Star Wars and all that, and at the tail end of being sick, and then going to the hospital every year to see if I'm okay and for checkups, it's nervous. It's just nerve-wracking, especially for your parents too. Like, is this going to come back for our kid? Like, going every fucking year. And I remember just Luke was like, he's just stoic. And at the Return of the Jedi, Luke's just stoic. He's just a man about things. And so it all in that one moment, something just clicked. I don't know. And I started crying, and it was live. So
no, it was cool because the first time I watched it, I saw your face light up when you saw his ship, and the first thing I thought was like, I was like, he's a little kid again. I was like, he's enjoying this like a kid would. Like, it's the best. The fact that you can be kind of that in touch with your inner child is like an awesome thing that more people really should have.
Yeah, it was a sensitive moment for me. So I just, I think it's totally fine if you have emotional moments. I don't know. I don't think there's any sort of label that can be put on it. Like, you're a man if this happens. You're a man if you don't do this. Or, well, that's not really what being a man's about. It's just, this is more about just human, touching that time of your life where, it was a big deal.
Yeah. I just can't believe he made it his Twitter banner. Like, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And shouldn't he have been so above that? I don't know.
He emailed me after that.
He emailed you?
Yeah. He sent me his number. He's like, there's been a misunderstanding. Call me. I just didn't reply. And then Lynn Hale, who was, she was like working with George for years. Very, very high up at Lucasfilm. She's retired now. And she was so gracious and so kind. And she's like, just checking on me. She's like, hey, are you okay? Like, that's she doesn't reach out to people. That's like basically second in command to George reaching out, and I was just like, thank you for. I didn't even really talk about the situation. I was like, thank you for everything you've done. Like, you're amazing, and that was it. But I never replied to Pablo.
Do you still have
Okay.
Pablo's number? Let's call him right now.
Yeah, I got his number.
Just do it on speaker.
It's probably his like office number or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's his Google number.
Yeah, whatever.
What a twat. When it comes to Mark Hamill, how difficult is it for you to separate the actor himself from the character of Luke?
It's not difficult at all. All these I don't know, I look at actors. The only actor that I see as like congruent with the characters they play is my hero, Sylvester Stallone. But with like Mark Hamill or whoever else, they're playing a character, and I see the character for the character that George wrote, not the actor and his beliefs or whatever he does. So it'd be cool if it'd be cool if they were like the same, similar. That it definitely helps you believe it a little more, but no.
You don't need that. Yeah.
No, I have a really good way of like separating things. It's easy for me. Yeah.
Okay, a couple more questions coming in from Paul. Chrissy, in theory, should both move down here to Texas. Oh, can we move in with you, Paul? Nice haircut.
I'll be in Texas. Are you going to be in Texas too at SpaceCon?
When is that? That's like next month, right?
End of October, yeah.
Yeah, the bean is still too little. I feel like while he's drinking milk out of my body, I can't really
right.
go anywhere.
Yeah, right. That happens, yeah.
I made that sound as unappetizing as possible. Push-ups don't like Force Unleashed. Story is out of place. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna play it. Push-ups. Demogenite. Lol. Nope. My best friend's dad owned 9 trucks. I just did the inventory and stocked the freezers. Oh, okay. DS. Sorry about being a jerk ever, but serious question. What is the game you play where you guess who the imposter is? That's Among Us.
Among Us. Yeah.
It's a great game. Easy to play. Good in a group. Paul, theory, the industry
right?
shill.
Yeah, give me my shill bucks.
CS. Don't justice. I don't plant video games. I found one called Imposter Killer, but it wasn't that same game yet. Sounds like that was an imposter game. DS. Sorry. Use talk to type. Gets rough if I had 1 out of 2. All right, DS, you're gonna have to do a little bit better than what you're doing now. Anakin's burnt wiener. I'm surprised Mace Windu didn't yell Mother Blanker when Anakin cut off his hand. Yes, he should have been more upset. He was just shocked. He should have been like, give me a hand. Matthew Hammond, has he considered creating his own universe like Seth MacFarlane did with the Orville?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing actually, and I think it's going to be great.
Ooh.
I'm going to create my own comic book with
cool.
And Rippaverse is going to publish it.
Wow, is that in the works yet, or?
I've been too busy with Theory Sabers, to be honest. It's so much work, and with the Vader fan films, I'm just like, I don't want to deviate yet, but in my downtime, which isn't often, I'm thinking, and there already is an idea that I have and I've had for a long time that I would really love to play with.
Well, if there's a redheaded female character, let me know. Yabba dabba do. Theory, stop being a fig and upload more to your Dragon Ball Theory channel. Love you guys.
I know. I've been pretty bad at the other channels. I know.
Look, he can't do everything. He's just one man.
I can do everything.
Dingo 8 baby. Star Wars Theory, I've been watching you since you came on the scene. I have loved your videos since 2016. You are awesome with the fans, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, man.
Oh, Mosey and Beanie. Thanks for the yellow boy. Honing your craft and doing what you love will always lead to success. Authenticity is key. Star Wars Theory and Chrissy are true, real people. I met Star Wars Theory at MegaCon in 24, and I thought he said he were 24 inches. I was like, whoa, that's almost too much. He's a great dude. Chrissy, you gonna be in NC soon in North Carolina? No tour plans or dates right now. I think I have to wait till the baby's a little. I think once the baby is a
How
year,
old?
then I can start thinking. He'll
A
be a
year?
year in
Yeah.
April. Yeah, so he's 5
When do they
months
when do
now.
they stop suckling on the?
Well, at first I said I wanted to go 6 months, but now I want to go at least a year. But I've known people still nursing their kids like at 2 plus.
I didn't get any. Hey, when I was
You
growing
didn't
up.
get any?
No, I was sick, so I was just
Oh
puking.
no! I'll send you a bottle.
So I had to have formula because apparently you guys can't do it on command.
Actually, you can. Apparently, if there's like just a random crying baby around, it like activates. I'm reading this book that's all about like that. Actually, grandmas like can kind of like reactivate. It's kind of amazing. Like even if your boobs have been in hibernation for many years, sometimes like a crying baby, or if like the baby starts to like go at it, it can like your boobs remember basically.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
And there have been
Interesting.
counts of women who've never given birth who are actually able to do it. It's kind of
That's crazy.
I read a lot.
Human
of fun
body is
books.
so interesting.
It's nuts. J Mac. Wow, J Mac gifted 50 Chrissie Mayr memberships.
50.
Thanks, J Mac.
That's wild.
That is wild. GJJ gifted 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Thank you. My goodness. Star Walker. Hey, Theory. Is there an email to audition for Mace?
I'm trying to think which email I have. I have so many emails, and they're all. I just keep creating new emails because I'm like, oh, this one's quiet, and then they all get flooded. Yeah, which one did I use? If you can do an audition and hashtag Vader fan film, I'll find it.
Ooh.
That's probably the easiest way for right now. But yeah, if you do an audition for Mace, hashtag Vader fan film on Instagram
Cool.
or something, or even on YouTube if you want.
I hope he gets it. Grab America by the Pussy. Speaking of moving in, Cecil's about to be homeless. Be sure to add extra locks to all your doors and buy a gun. Turn off all the lights at night. I'll have to text Cecil.
How many more you got?
Of super chats?
Yeah.
7?
You okay if I go pee real quick?
Yes, go pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna burst.
Okay. Oh no. Don't burst. Don't burst. I thought he was gonna be like, how many more have you got? 'Cause I'm over this. MK Ultra, thank you for the orange boy. I saw ROTJ in cinema back in the day. In cinema, I totally got Star Wars Theory's reaction to Mando Season 2 ending. Luke showing what a difference it makes to be a Jedi. I did not like Season 2 too much, but those couple of minutes were epic. Yes, they were. Grab America. Also, if you have a welcome mat, retract that shit. Okay. Poop for 5. Anna Mello should have married Neatus Dad Bay. Their child would have been the chosen one. Aw. Mazarus for 20. Thank you for the orange boy. Theory, I don't know. Okay, I'll have to read this when he gets back. Theory, I don't know if you would or wouldn't consider this, but I think people gravitate to you because you're a natural leader in this community. Don't sell yourself short. All right, I'll reread that. From ABCD, yeah. Chrissy, you'd make a perfect Mara Jade. You got her witty sarcasm down. Cast her in a future film. Theory. All right, I'll reread that when he gets back. Grab America / hashtag member boobies. Very funny. Riker's beard for 5. I cried when Luke showed up. I cried more when Han died. That was such BS. All right, I'll reread that when he gets back. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to go to some of the questions people sent in on Twitter. I think this interview's gone pretty well so far. What do you guys think? Yes, everyone hit the like button. Like, subscribe, all of the things. Okay. We have a couple of theory-related queries here.
Let's do it.
From Mazarus Theory, I don't know if you would or wouldn't consider this, but I think people gravitate to you because you're a natural leader in this community. Don't sell yourself short in this role. Keep doing what you do. I think you know this deep down.
No, I don't know about the leader part. I just I think I'm not afraid of people's opinions, so therefore I don't tailor what I say. I just speak my mind. Whereas everyone out there, kind of I would say, attaches their opinions to, like, I don't know, getting free movie tickets or companies liking them or brand deals or getting a following or whatever. I don't care. So I think that's a little refreshing for people. Where it's like,
I
oh,
think
okay.
you're.
This
Has
guy
anyone
just-
ever called you? Have you ever heard of a Sigma male?
It's funny. I always joke about that with my friend. I always do.
I think
Like,
that's you.
I'll play the music and I'll be like,
I think
do that
this is
face.
you. I'm bringing up. I'm gonna bring up the. I only just recently heard about this too, because we've all heard of alpha male, right? The Sigma male, and this is theory here. Internet slang, of course. The concept is often characterized as a lone wolf or nonconformist who doesn't fit into traditional social hierarchies. Nonconformity, they don't care about societal expectations. They're trying to fit in. They do their own thing because they enjoy it. Social disinterest, Sigma males may have a close circle of friends and loved ones, but they're not overly concerned with social politics or seeking validations from others. Introverted alpha male, they may appear quiet or reserved to outsiders, but are actually outgoing and confident once you get to know them. Successful and popular, Sigma males are often described as being successful and popular, but in their own unique way without seeking to dominate or control others.
Interesting.
Okay, I got tired.
American Psycho? Wait, what? What?
Wait. Oh, yes. Sigma males have been associated with various cultural references, including film characters like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho and TV shows
Jesus.
like SpongeBob SquarePants. That's fun.
Those are quite different.
Those are
You ever
quite
seen American Psycho?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to fit in.
You're a Sigma. ABCD, yeah, Chrissy, you'd make a perfect Mary Jade. You got her witty sarcasm down. Cast her in a future film, theory. I mean, when I lose this baby weight, I'm available. Riker's beard. I cried when Luke showed up. I cried more when Han died. That was such BS. Thank you, Beard. And Simon Ho. Star Wars Explained has a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the next hit piece. I'm sure there will be another one.
Have you heard from them since you kind of called them out? And
No.
Okay.
No. There's many more people I'd love to talk about, but at the end of the day, I don't
really want to.
Yeah. It's not my purpose in life.
You're better. They're crumbs, you know. You just gotta ignore these people, or unless it's fun to point them out.
Yeah, it's always fun, but it's also like, I remember what my dad told me when I was a kid. It's like, it doesn't matter that you get the gold. It matters what you become in pursuit of the gold. So it's like, yeah, I'd love to expose them, but then what do I become out of that? I'm just like a drama channel.
Was your dad a leprechaun?
Yeah.
I'll get me gold. I think I watched that movie recently, and I think it's so funny.
With Warwick?
Is that his
Warwick
name?
Davis? He's the guy who was in Return of the Jedi. He was the
right.
Ewok. Yeah, and he was also Professor Flitwick in Harry Potter.
Wow, true. Oh God, Piero Amos with the Orange Boy. Thank you for the 20. I've heard a lot of the drama stuff, which is fun to track, but everything has been kind of vague about how things between you and Jeremy went down. And how did you get into talking to Lore Master Kinnell?
Sure. What would you like to know? Vague with Jeremy? What do you mean? You'll have to send another super chat to you so we can find out.
Send more. No. Sounds like he wants to I guess I don't know about the you and Jeremy stuff.
Oh, me and Ryan met through essentially Jeremy and Jay. So yeah, no, me and Jer didn't like each other too much in the beginning, and then we had a falling out at one point. I don't know, and then we talked about it and we were fine. There was it was just literal internet beef about nothing, and yeah, Star Wars Explained used, which is the same fucking thing that they did with that little post that whatever, trying to cancel the boys and me. They always use someone as a scapegoat to get to me. So they use Jeremy as a scapegoat, and to speak about an even bigger issue. And then once they talk about Jeremy, then they just talked about me. Same thing with that. They didn't have to throw me in there. What the fuck are you throwing me in there for? I'm disingenuous just because I have an opinion. Like, go fuck. You guys have been trying to come after me for years. Go fuck yourselves. So they used Jeremy and everyone else, and then they threw me at the bottom, just which is it's the same rhythm, it's the same tactic they always do. So yeah. Um, after that kind of like brought me and Jeremy together in his first video, which was this week or last week in clickbait, and he just called out. Essentially, it was just me, but he used Jeremy as a scapegoat to break the ice, and then me and Jeremy. Jeremy messaged me, and then we started talking after that.
Oh, okay, good.
Did you know Jeremy was on the set of the Vader fan film?
No.
Yeah, episode
Wow.
1 back in 2018.
Which character did he play?
No, he was just chilling. He was
just
watching.
chilling, handing
Yeah.
out drinks. Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Working the craft service table.
Well, yeah, he visited one day.
That's neat. Simon Howe, I think Star Wars explained in bringing my attention to the toxic Star Wars theory, as I am now subscribed to theory, explained has an annoying voice. Thank you, Simon. Simon's my only Asian fan. Deranged, I should call him Patient Zero. But deranged lunatic theory is authentic, unlike Grace Randolph. So okay.
I still don't know who this
Wow.
woman is.
She is a film critic
or something. Yeah, right.
And she's kind of a shill, but she's a lovable shill.
Oh.
She lives in New York City. I think she gets, passes and flown out to all the like the premieres and whatnot.
Sure, why
Very
not?
very liberal. Loves John Cena.
Has to be liberal. Yeah.
Loves diversity. Gabriel Knight theory. How much longer do you think Disney Star Wars canon will continue until they hit a hard reboot and start over, or will they?
I don't think they will restart anything. I think they'll maybe course correct a few things, but they'll always still kind of they don't have the right vision of Star Wars, I don't think, which is what George's was. So they just keep hiring people that don't get it. And that's their problem.
Okay. Damn, Rhinoceros with the red boy. Thank you. Woohoo! It's definitely not this. Ryan. Thank you. You're the best. My God, Ryan. I'm going to have to send you a t-shirt or something. Tell me what size you are. Okay, I'm going to switch gears to Twitter. I know people had a couple good questions on the Twitter thread here. From Eric O'Sullivan. I see the struggle for the soul of Star Wars fandom as one-sided. Oversensitive Disney fans can't take the basic sports fan energy from our side. Sports fans give players and coaches grief when they're losing. Disney-era fans can't stand that kind of heat and weaponize it to dunk on, quote, chuds and bigots.
What's the question?
Yes, this is the question here. Wow. No, there's no question.
There's no question.
Ask him.
He said he wasn't alt-right.
Ask him who's better. Oh, yes. And anyone who talks to any of us is all right. Who's better, Captain Kirk or Captain Picard?
Gandalf.
Dumbledore.
I don't know. I like Picard.
Ask him about stories he'd like to tell outside of Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but I'd kind of have to give away my idea.
Yeah. I think this was a question you answered already. Can Disney salvage the franchise? How would you retcon it? Do you think the fans could return? That's actually
absolutely. It's never too late. It's never too late.
What does Gary think? They should put it on ice for 10 years and then try again. Do you agree with that?
No. Wow, you lose people. You lose even more people that way. You just come out with something really cool. I mean, it's Star Wars fans are so easy because of what George made. So it's literally like you just have to hit that. Oh, I remember this, and you get that emotion, get that feeling again. It's not very hard. You just make a good product. I mean, look at everyone after The Last Jedi. They hated it, and then Luke comes back. It's just a cheap trick, essentially, but everyone was like on board. I'd say 90% of people.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about how you got to be pals with the crew, Mauler, Ryan, I remember a hilarious moment on a stream. Drinker and him realized they were going to the same con in Florida, and Star Wars Theory went, "So did you register? You have to do that in advance."
Did I register?
Do you
What do
remember
you
what
mean?
he's talking about? And Drinker was a bit embarrassed. I think it's being taken care of. Like Star Wars Theory thought Drinker had to buy an entrance ticket. Next thing you know, 2 days
Oh.
later, the crew had taken him on their booth for the con, and he was on the poster. Thought it was lovely of everyone.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was really nice.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't remember how I met Mauler. I don't know, just through. I honestly can't remember. Just through everyone, I guess.
How did he get into bodybuilding?
I never was into bodybuilding. I was into powerlifting. You know.
Oh, is it different?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bodybuilding is like you're greasing yourself up, self-tanner. You know.
No, that's the competing part. Bodybuilding is like it's so different from powerlifting. It's more so like you're doing a little lighter weight, you're going higher rep, which there's two different types of training. There's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy and myofibrillar. Sarcoplasmic,
Oh.
you're putting plasma in your muscles, so it's like water, and that's more so done with like higher rep ranges. And you're just
Wow.
trying to essentially work on the symmetry of the body. Like you want to look really symmetrical. You want to be like big and bulbous and look good. Whereas powerlifting, you don't really give a shit what you look like. Your goal is to move the most amount of weight. So you could be
Oh, okay.
fat, you could be
Strength.
whatever. Like as long as you're strong, like that's all that matters. So it's a totally different training regimen, routine, diet, everything.
That's interesting. I just want to be top heavy. It would be funny to make it about Star Trek and never mention Star Wars once. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that. Why not reject everything and anything and everything made by Disney and consider it non-canon? Thank you if you ask him that. I make my own headcanon like that, and I'm at peace that Star Wars died back in 2012.
Yeah, for sure. I do that with pretty much, I'd say most things that they make, but I'm talking about it. So it's because that's the case. It's not, it is canon now, but I think that's why it's such a big deal. Like the Acolyte, for example.
Yeah. Oh, the Acolyte. I don't understand how people can actually think there was a chance for a second. Actually, I can believe it because a lot of crap gets renewed for a second season. I think we're getting a second season of She-Hulk.
Oh, wow. Really?
I could be wrong, but
You know what I think it is with the Acolyte? I think it's just become a political thing. They think, it's just blue versus red. I really think that they've got it in their heads that it's just judging as a Canadian. I mean, I see it. I'm just like, this is so weird. Like,
yeah, it's like if you have Trump derangement syndrome and you're a huge lib and you love abortions, then you're going to be a huge Acolyte fan. It's just part of the teams being divided up.
well, they just like put people in boxes, and it's like if you hate the Acolyte, then you're right winger, alt right, and if you love the Acolyte, you're alt left. And I'm like, can't that just be a Star Wars fan? Like, can't that just I mean, I don't even follow politics.
And so much has become like that. Even like, being a Taylor Swift fan, everything has become so politicized.
What's going on with Taylor Swift?
Oh, people, she kind of attracts a pretty liberal fan base. And then she came out for endorsing like Kamala.
I just think it's so stupid when people endorse like or celebrities endorse politicians and shit, because it's just such a like, you're just one person. Like you don't like, what the
and you're not a real person. You don't represent your fans.
Well, it's not like you live like the everyday, in this case, American or Canadian. It's not like you live like the everyday person. Like, you take fucking private jets for like God's sakes. You're not working a 9 to 5. You're not supporting your family.
You're not Jenny from the block.
No, like what do you know about politics, really? How is any of them going to affect your life? Your life's not affected because you have fans. It's kind of the same with like you and me and YouTubers and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it affects a lot of our freedoms, but from a work standpoint, besides taxes, I mean, what our money comes from our subscribers, our people who purchase our products, and this and that. It's totally different.
I think they're put up to it. I think they probably wouldn't care one way or the other.
They're paid out. You've seen it so many times that influencers get paid to endorse a certain party.
Mm-hmm. And and you know what's sad is there is a definite percentage of their fans who will just blindly vote for whoever they tell them
Yeah,
to.
of course. Yeah.
Oh, I love this question. From Waka World. Why don't people who are bigots admit that they are bigots?
Why don't you ask them?
What's so wrong with being a bigot? I'm a bigot, but I'm fun at parties. I'm a great friend. I'm a good mom. Okay, so much for the Twitter questions. All right, let me make sure. Oh, this is from my lovely husband. Did Theory do powerlifting or unlimited powerlifting?
Mr. Pellegrino. Some of the best.
Wait, I don't
water
even
in the
understand
world.
this.
Oh, it's Star Wars. Unlimited power.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, of course.
You need one of those.
Right. I need a rim shot. From Viking, thoughts on Jar Jar being the ultimate Sith Lord?
It's a cool theory. I like it. I'm down with it. Because you got those Sith eyes, and you never know. Maybe he's just like pulling the wool over our eyes this whole time. Maybe he's actually evil.
Mm-hmm. He's sneaky like that. The Grand Duke. Okay, a couple more. Epic Gamer and Queen of F&T. Thank you for bringing on the quality guests like Master Theory.
Thanks.
Thank you. Simon Ho again. I saw the original Star Wars as a kid, and I can say from experience there was no cry for identity politics, safe spaces, as we were all in it together.
No. And that's what George made it about. The original 3, like 4, 5, 6, was supposed to be about the rebelling against the government, rebelling against the big guy. The Empire was supposed to be the United States, and the rebels were supposed to be like Vietnam, essentially.
And Ron Paul.
Well, the Emperor, like the Viet Cong kind of thing.
That's interesting, yeah. M8566, the fandom is there. I went to see Ratjay in concert recently, and it was packed, and the crowd hung on every moment. We still love Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Ratjay, Return of the Jedi.
Rhinoceros
Hollywood just I'm like Ratjay.
Ratjay.
Hollywood just needs to get good.
Sorry.
Apparently, it's a skill issue. Oh, social media just ruined Hollywood. Anybody can get famous, anybody can get rich off of social media. So it's like, what do we need celebrities for? And we know too much about them now. It's not just like tabloids would be the only glimpse into their lives. Like, oh, watch them go get a cup of coffee. Oh, they're just like us. It's like, no, we've seen too much, and now we're not interested anymore.
Yeah, it ruins the immersion.
Ruined the mystique.
Unless you're me, which you can separate the actor from the character.
Right. Alirio Garcia Flamenco.
Hey, man.
Alirio Garcia Flamenco. I opened YouTube and see a Theory stream outside of Theory's channel. Is the channel safe? Is the channel all right? My eyes! Dark mode. Twitter, please.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you using light mode? Psycho.
Is that like, yeah, that's a little boomery of me, I guess. And Mazarus, with the final super chat, my fave Vader fan film moment in the first one, hearing Palpatine say, temerity. There you have it. All the super chats are. Oh, there's one more from Simon Ho. Tag, you're a bigot. No, I'm not. I crossed my finger. Thank you, Simon. I'm losing it.
I feel like you have more questions to discuss, but you're holding back.
Okay. Let's see. What's the biggest misconception about you?
Oh shit. We're going there. I don't know. I'd kind of have to be in people's heads to know like what they even think about me. I honestly don't really know what they think about me. I don't know. That's up to the person. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you think? What would you say people think about me? It depends who you ask. You ask my subscribers, then I feel like they get a pretty good idea of me. You ask people who don't like me, then they'll have their own reasons, which for them is valid.
It seems like the only people who really dislike you are the ones that are threatened by your success, like these other Star Wars content creators, which is such a really small group of people, so who don't actually really know you at the end of the day. So
No one does. Well, except for like my friends and stuff. But I would really argue that if no one, if the subscriber count was invisible, if no one was making money, if
mm,
views were invisible, would anybody be throwing a fit? Would anyone care? If I had no subscribers, I mean, I'd just be another freaking tweet. But the fact that it gains traction or it's attached to money or attention or whatever, I don't know, is I don't know. I don't know. I can't really. I don't know what goes through their heads.
you would think that they would feel more competitive with their fellow shills, because those are the people that they're competing with to get the tickets and to get the invitations to things.
They are. They are. But yeah, and I also would argue it's like if they're really that big of Star Wars fans, wouldn't they be in their mind winning because they're getting to meet, Dave Filoni? They get to go out and red carpet premieres. They get all the free access. They get free blankets, the cool like whatever.
Blankets?
They get free Lego. They get free stuff. They get free access, early access to things. So wouldn't they already be like, you get all the exclusives, you get favored by, Star Wars and this and that and Lucasfilm? Like, why are you even bothered by me? If that's all that, if that's really,
The
Star Wars is
stuff.
your, yeah, if Star Wars is really what you care
Yeah.
about, like you're already endorsed by them. What are you looking at me for? What do you care about me for?
Did you ever try out that Star Wars hotel?
No,
Did you ever have the desire to go?
no,
Because
hell
it was
no.
too expensive or just too hyped or it looked too shitty?
Both. It's just stupid. I'm not paying, what was it, $5,000 a night or something? For, like, it just looked like claustrophobic. Why would I do this?
It didn't look like there were any open windows anywhere,
No,
and
it
you're
was horrible.
like
The
get a
whole
cocktail for $30. I was like, that's horrible.
they had one that was like for $5,000 or something like that.
What? Oh,
It's garbage.
right.
Yeah, the whole Galaxy's Edge thing, they just completely botched it and they just shot themselves in the foot by literally cornering their ass in this one planet made up. Well, I guess it's all made up, but new planet that they pulled out of their ass called Batu to kind of push the sequel trilogy and made it all about that. When they could have had it like Lucas World or Star Wars, literally Star Wars Land. You go there and you can jump in a shuttle, you can go to different planets. And each planet has a different sort of ecosystem. So
Oh,
like let's say
yeah.
you jump in a shuttle and you go to Hoth and they got fake snow and it's cold and you got to buy hot chocolate.
That's a
And you can
great
just hang out
idea.
there. Let's say you want to go to Mustafar, you go there and it's like hot. It's like the temperature is up. There's no AC. It's it's ash falling in the sky. I don't know. And you have popsicles and this and that, and you're wearing
Yeah, it could be like
shorts.
Epcot Center and then like a drink around the world, but like get a drink at each planet.
Yeah, you could go to the Death Star. You can sit in the Emperor's throne. God, they could have done so many. You go to Tatooine. You could sit in the pod. They got a pod race roller coaster. Man, they fucked up big time.
Go shopping with C-3PO.
Jar Jar walking around.
Yeah. You could be your gay best friend. Oh, Ma, you look fat in that. If you could change just one thing from the sequel trilogy, what would it be?
They redo the whole thing.
Just redo it.
Yeah, it can't just be one thing. I mean, that whole thing was just really poorly done. They didn't have any sort of, I would say, outline at all. Didn't even know what the hell was going on, nor did the actors know what was going on. For Star Wars, it's like the biggest IP in the world, and they treat it like this. Why? And then now they're pushing out games and movies to meet their quarter budget. Get real. Come on. No wonder it's tanking.
How did they get away with it? Did they just feel like the fans wouldn't call them out, or they didn't care?
No, I just think that they actually think this is what's best. They're delusional. They don't understand what Star Wars is. It's not just another story you can hire your run-of-the-mill Hollywood writer to shit out a script. You have to really be passionate about this and think about it and say, would George approve of this? Or am I just trying to stamp my own name on this thing, put it on my resume?
What would George do?
Yeah.
From DS pluses isn't that at the same scale as Disney? Paid way too much, like 5 to 8K a person with no real perks. I think, is this talking about the hotel? Okay. DS
Probably, yeah.
again, you gotta spell a little bit
It's like
better, bud.
5K a person or something like that.
So they were banking on the fact that there gonna be enough upper class families willing to take their kids out and spend when it's all said and done, probably 10 grand for flights, and then
Yeah, or more.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
it's
it was
crazy.
all several thousand, but I guess it was all included once you got there. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, and now they're rebranding it to Marvel or something like that.
Oh,
So,
right, because they already built the thing, so they got to just tear
you gotta
down
make
all
money from
the
it somehow.
decorations. Yeah. Make
Yeah.
it a hot dog stand. DS again. Right. I had a way better time in Bass Fish. Okay, I'm done reading your super chats. I appreciate you, but I can't read what you're saying. Nicholas Cowling, thank you for the orange boy. Q for theory. Do you think more content is better, even if it's a poor story like Acolyte is expanding the world building worth poor stories?
No, I don't think more stories are better. I mean, I don't think more shitty stories are better. I think more good stories are better. Good stories in general. It's fairly simple.
That makes sense. Rhinoceros, Green Lives Matter. The amount of colorism in the host and guest speech is appealing. Let's revoke their rights. What? Okay, I think you're trying to be funny. Appreciate you though. Lucian LaChance, thanks for the yellow boy. We can't change the fact that the sequel trilogy happened and it's not going to be retconned. How can the Rey movie be the best possible version it can be? Nobody wants to see Daisy look like crap.
I don't think they should be hiring that director for it. She already seems like she has an agenda against men, and I don't think that's really going to turn out too well when you have an agenda against one gender, whether it's male or female. You really have to just focus on the story and make a story that hits home and make cool characters that people can identify with and connect with. That's all it is.
You make it sound so simple.
I know. Call me crazy.
Jesus, Davila. A really out of topic question, but theory, is there a chance you have a ghost story or something you think was paranormal that ever happened to you? Ooh.
Yeah, many. I don't know if I want to go there.
Really?
Yeah, because they're weird. They're not really believable.
But they happened to you?
Yeah.
Humor us.
Yeah, there's a few. Jeez, I don't know. Okay, I'll say a really chill one, like one that's just like, there was one night I had like a extremely bad headache, like excruciating. I was in my early 20s, and so I just tried to sleep and I couldn't because my head hurt so bad, and I don't know what was going on. It was a migraine or something. I just closed my eyes, turned all the lights and TV off and everything, and I was like kind of like nodding in and out of sleep. And I remember just like asking my my Oma, it was my grandma who passed away when I
We
was
called
9.
my grandma Oma too. Are you
Are you
German?
German? Yeah, I'm German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
dad's
So
died. Cool.
yeah, so I remember just asking her, I was like, "Can you please help me?" Like I was just like asleep, and I was just there's no one around it, and I was like, "Can you just make it go away?" And I was in a lot of pain, and felt like a dream, but I was awake. Anyways, I felt this like hand that was just ice, stroked where the pain was 3 times. It was gone. This pain that was like a migraine for hours. It was gone. Instant. Instant. And I opened my eyes and I was like, huh?
This sounds like an icy hot commercial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
What could that
Yeah.
could that have been, like an angel? Or
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I remember when she passed away that summer, I think it was. I was alone at home and I was in my grandparents' house, my other side of my family, and like this gust of wind just like comes in. It was summer. I was watching a movie or whatever during the day. This gust of wind comes in through the door, and I'm like looking. And there's like there's papers and stuff that are just kind of like stacked throughout the room, documents or whatever, and they're just like they're like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then all of a sudden, I smell her perfume, and there's nobody around. I was home alone. I was maybe 10 years old, and then I hear wind chimes like right in. It was like inside my head. It was like in my ear, and immediately just like it felt like she was around me. Strange.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you're just like force sensitive or something, like in touch with the
Yeah, I've
other
had a lot of
side.
experiences. I just don't talk about it because no one really understands. They'll just look at you funny.
You should talk to my friend Leanne. She sees ghosts like legitimately.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them, but I definitely feel them, and
Yeah. Sometimes it's like it's a lot to get into, and you don't want people to think you're full of it. And it's like, it's like a personal part of you. Okay.
oh no, I don't mind that. I don't mind talking about it. It's just there's just yeah, it's such a like people are so visual where they're like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Wow, there's so much more to this world than that.
Yeah. Are you a flat earther?
No,
Ah, man. All right.
are you?
Kind of. I think so.
Oh.
I think it's fun to talk about. I think it's fun to think about. It's at least hollow. I think there's a lot they're not telling us about
I don't
Antarctica.
know. At the end of the day, I have no answers. For all I know, it could be the Truman Show. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm open to it all, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change my reality. So,
That's
um,
true.
yeah,
That's
whatever
how
it
I feel
is,
about
whatever it
flat
is.
Earth. Because even if it's flat, we still have to get up and go to work tomorrow. You still have to do your routine. Everything is the same. Like what? That's why when I meet people who are so hesitant to believe that it's even possible, I'm just like, it doesn't really change anything at the end of the
Well, I
day.
mean, anything's possible. I never thought it was flat. I always thought it was round. I
I
never
want you to think.
dove into the science about it, but I don't know. Like when you're in a plane, you just see the curvature of the Earth itself. You're looking out the window. It's not flat. It's round.
It looks
No?
flat to me.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm so into it. Okay.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you hold on. If I looked out with a telescope, wouldn't I be able to see like any building if I looked in that direction?
I guess
I could see the
so.
Eiffel Tower.
Right. If you just kept looking out, if you had a good enough telescope.
I don't know.
So
I
you
don't know.
went to
Maybe the sky is literally just LED screens. I don't know.
right. Then that would
Maybe
be
the sun
very
ain't
Truman
even
Show.
real. I know. All I know is I got to make Vader episode 2 and 3. I want to grow my saber company, and that's it.
Yeah.
None of the other shit's gonna help me
And
out.
finish your other sleeve.
Probably not.
No. Okay.
Yeah. What do you think? It's a little too much.
Well, is it your whole arm on the other side?
Yeah, it's
Does
the
it go
whole
onto your
arm.
back?
No, those are my chest. So
Okay.
let's see. Then I got this other one here, but
Was that one your first one? The like Chinese symbol?
Japanese.
It looks like a first Japanese. Oops.
Japanese.
It looks like a first tattoo.
Yeah, well, I got that one and this one at the same time. I'm just trying to remember which one was first.
Is that Arabic?
Yeah, that one's Arabic.
What does it say?
It's Men Sabra Zafar, which means with patience comes victory.
Ooh. I should get that as a tramp stamp.
I'm sure your husband would love to see that.
Yes, I have a tattoo on my lower back that says, "If you're back here, I must really like you." I should get it removed though. Okay.
I can't. Is that?
I'm joking. I have no tattoos. I just never had the money and couldn't commit to a design. So you went to Universal with Jeremy and Nova, and then did Disney with Drunk 3PO.
Mhm.
Okay. How difficult was it surviving a whole day at Universal with Drunk 3PO?
I'm still in therapy because of that.
Isn't it? But he's a sweetheart.
That's what he wants you to think. When the
It's
cameras
true.
are on, when the cameras are off, it's like completely different. He's a diva.
He recommended a restaurant to me and Frank and my stepson. We went and it was so bad. It was so God, Frank, if you're listening, tell me the name of this restaurant. It was in Universal and it was like the ambiance was nice and they had like like a fireplace indoors, but the food really fucking sucked and it was such a disappointment. And I was like, Jay, what are you? He's acting like he's like this big man on campus, like, oh, you got to go here. Let me tell you where to go.
Jay, no way. Yeah, well, Jay likes to eat, so.
Mm-hmm. He's a sweetheart, and we were in a race to 100K, and he kicked my ass. So good, shout out to Jay. Good job.
Well, yeah, because he made a lot of videos about me, and those always do well for him. So you gotta,
Okay, I have to follow his lead.
Yeah, just no problem.
Expect a lot of links. Star Wars Theory exposed.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, especially with the clips and stuff. You can just be like, I can't believe he said this.
That's just me going like,
yeah, canceled.
Yeah, Star Wars Theory sees ghosts. Star Wars Theory was approached by an icy hot ghost in his sleep.
Oh, I wish.
My least favorite thing is when I know I've had a dream and I wake up and I forget it and I'm almost like, I'm like, what was it? I hate forgetting dreams.
I don't know. Whatever. I don't really put too much emphasis on dreams. They are what they are. You wake up.
Are you one of these people who also doesn't take astrology seriously?
I don't know. My star sign kind of like every time a girl reads it to me, I'm just like, yeah, that kind of sounds like me. But I don't really, I don't know. I don't like to define myself by anything. By when my mom pushed me out, or the friends I have, or I just think everyone, you can't define people by certain things. I think, yeah, maybe it'll give you like a bit of an idea about their personality, but in the case of horoscopes, yeah, I'm 100% Aries. 100%.
I was gonna guess Aries. I swear to God, I was gonna guess Aries.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! Wow.
You're losing your shit here. All right.
Holy crap! I wish I had said it because I would have been right. Wow.
Yeah, no one guesses that really, and no one's really an Aries, which is weird.
My brother and my son are both Aries, and yeah,
Really?
those are the only ones I know.
Wow, cool.
Yep, the Bean is an Aries. He was like 9 days early. If he was gonna be late, then he would have been a Taurus. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, so he's like right on the.
Yeah, he's April 10th. What are you?
March 21.
March 21st. Very cool. Grim Patelkin. Flurfs rise up. I don't know what a flurf is, but thank you. Okay. These are making less and less sense. Nicholas Gurr. Chrissy, this has been a great interview. Good. I'm glad. Thank you, Nick.
Just don't read the name.
Just it's his full name, Nicholas. Rude Dude reviews for 10. Thanks for the yellow boy. Star Wars Theory and Chrissy rock. Star Wars Theory channel is so fun and mellow and thoughtful and full of wonderment for the whole Star Wars universe. I just want to say thank you both, Chrissy and Broskbitten. Oh, good.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you so much. I miss Brosk. I don't know what she's up to. Yes, everyone smash the like button, subscribe, smash, like.
Yeah, how many
like,
likes you got now? Let's see.
Probably 2. It's fine. We're doing it for the memories. Okay, this channel we're gonna
877. Nice.
Ooh, all right. Let's bump that up, guys. Let's get it to 1,000. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said I was a flat earther. Guys, this we're gonna be redirecting. We're gonna go to Keanu's show, so stay tuned, and you'll be brought to my good friend Kiki's show. And yes, you know what? Everybody, as we raid her channel, just say "May the Force be with you," and we'll have her figure it out. Sony. Okay, Theory. What else? Final thoughts. Final Jerry Springer thoughts. Anything I missed?
Whatever you want to know. Like I said, I'm an open book. You can take the
boxers or briefs?
anywhere you want. Briefs.
Are you one of these guys who doesn't like to wear a coat in winter?
Yeah, I like coats.
Okay. You're a coat
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Do you wear Crocs with socks?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Oh,
But
okay.
I have I don't really wear like the traditional Crocs. They're like flip-flops, but they're made by Crocs. Comfy.
Okay. Comfort. How do you take your coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
What?
Yeah.
What do you Oh no. What do you drink then? Tea?
Water? Sometimes
What?
tea. Yeah, there's tea in this. Yeah, there was.
Do you have
But
energy drinks? Do you have no
no,
stimulants? No
no,
stimulants.
no.
Okay, that is the most concerning thing about you.
Yeah, I know that's what a lot of people say. They're like, "How?"
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know. I just life, man. Just happy to be here.
Just just happy to be here. I don't need your coffee. Well, that's
Yeah.
true. My husband didn't drink coffee until I met him, and now
Until he
he's
dated your ass.
now he
He's
now
like,
he's
"Oh,
grown.
God, I need
So
something
I need to get through the day.
It's sucking all my energy. God damn it."
hmm Now he drinks an extra large, and I had to go on decaf because caffeine actually goes into your boob milk, and
Yeah,
I didn't want to like keep the bean up at night. So
yeah.
I feel like a mega loser ever since I've been on the decaf train. It's like I'm barely alive. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
How
Even like with lifting and stuff, I never did pre-workouts. I mean, I tried them obviously, but I don't know. I just have energy nonstop,
just a
24/7, just ready to go.
zest for life. You
Yeah,
hear that, ladies? He's
ready
ready to
to
go 24/7. Are you dating anybody right now?
I don't want to answer that.
Ooh.
It's because whenever like I brought my relationship into my work life before and like my channel and stuff, and I just rather not anymore. So I just
Yeah,
any relationship stuff.
that's
But
probably the safest bet.
but
I know a lot of
to
guys
answer
who do
that,
that.
I'm very I'm honestly my only thing in life I care about is um my work. That's like my main mission is I want to grow Theory Sabers to be the biggest saber company on the planet, and I want Vader Fan Film episode 2 and 3 to be a absolute success in terms of, and I can't make money from it. So when I say success, I mean I want people to really enjoy it, and then I want to make my own stories with my own comic books and stuff like that. So my goal is to just crush it. Like I just want to all my goals. I just really want to do well in them. So, you know, love women, always have, always will, and that's all I'll say about that.
Bitches be shopping. No, that's awesome. Yeah, and I think whoever you end up with, it has to be it can't be like one of these gals who's like needs you know what I mean? Like has to be okay. Like you have your passions and your work and you're like that's gonna come first and you have to be cool. God, could you ever date somebody who didn't like Star Wars?
Of course, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't mind. I prefer that because it's
Okay.
just yeah. They don't gotta like everything I like. But that's kind of the thing is whenever I do date, and I fall in love, I kind of just they become my priority.
Yeah.
So you know, I find I'm the most successful with my work and stuff when I'm more or less I don't know what the word is, but single, I guess. I don't know.
Playing the field, spreading your
Uh,
seed, Summer of George.
Summer of George. Yeah, okay.
Do you understand this reference? Dude, if he were a Fallout character, he'd have like 10 out of 10 charisma. I don't know what Fallout is.
I never played it. I played it once at my friend's house for like an hour or two. That was it. I was just running around a desolate field.
Okay, grab America by the pussy. Ask if he likes green eggs and ham. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
All of them.
All of them? Okay. How do you like your steak?
Medium. Medium to medium rare.
Okay, that's better. Yoda's Hut. I only drink water. However, I don't even like how you wrote this with every letter capitalized, every word. I only drink water, however, very specific type of water, but I also drink Prime. I'm not endorsing Logan Paul, but anyways, I used to drink soda, but dropped it back in 2023 of December due to heart issues. Wow, thank you.
Good, yeah. This soda's shit. Sugar in
Soda
general
is shit.
Yeah.
Energy
Garbage.
drinks are also shit. I was addicted to Celsius before I got pregnant, and I'm so happy that I got off of it because God, I drank it like multiple every day. But yeah, get off soda, people. Would he eat it? What? Would he eat it out in space or on an exploding moon-sized base? Is this like a Dr. Seuss?
TheorySabers.com. I got the best out there. That's my answer to that question.
Yeah. No more questions, you guys. You've ruined your privileges. Okay, blonde, brunette, or redhead? Fine, that's the final question.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as she's as beautiful on the outside as she is on the inside, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all that matters to me.
Good answer.
She gotta have it all.
Okay.
I say yeah, someone who just like there's a lot of qualities but you'd want, but someone healthy. Someone who takes care of their health. I think that's really that tells a lot about a person.
Someone who brushes their teeth, flosses.
I mean, well, you'd hope so. That's the minimum.
Are you I feel like are you like a meticulously neat person?
No.
No,
not at all. I'm
Okay,
clean,
good.
but I'm not neat. No.
Okay.
no.
I envisioned you just like being somebody who folds things and like
Oh yeah,
extremely
right.
tidy.
Totally. No, I don't have time for that shit. I just throw
Okay.
it there and I'll pick it up when I pick it up. I don't, whatever.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I feel better now. Because if you were like not drinking coffee, but then like very tidy, I would just
Serial killer vibes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No. Not
Okay,
at all.
cool.
Not at all. No. I like black tea.
Okay, well, I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I like black people. Black tea is good. Follow Star Wars Theory on Twitter at real SW Theory. Check out TheorySabers.com. Where else can people follow you?
I don't know. Instagram,
Yes, of course.
YouTube, Instagram. Yeah.
What was the plaque like when you hit 1 million subscribers?
It's right there.
Oh, it's the gold one.
It's the gold one. I like
you get-
gold.
Gold. So you get a silver one for 100,000 and then gold for 1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
when you
got
hit 3 million and probably nothing.
Yeah. Got a bunch there.
Oh my God, look how many.
Well, I think there's another like 4 that I don't have, but I didn't apply for it.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. I got to get mine. All right. I'm inspired. I'm very inspired by you, Theory.
Oh, thank you.
You're an ass kicker for sure.
Thank you. Doing my best.
This was an excellent, stellar interview. There will be many click.
Yeah, it was fun. I feel like it turned into like a blind dating sort of casting.
Well, you
at the
said
end.
ask more questions, so
No, I love that stuff. I have a channel called Theory Talks where like a lot of people talk about their relationship stuff, and I love that kind of stuff. I just think it's so fun, so interesting.
Me too.
Yeah,
It's my favorite.
it'd be a good avenue for you to cover probably.
Yeah. You've given me a lot of good ideas for sure. Thank you so much for your time. My God, it's
Thank
the
you.
2 hours. It has flown by. Yes,
No, it's
Theory
fun.
is fun and inspirational. Oh, and so is Chrissy. That's sweet. You should do Simpcast sometime if you're ever free on a Sunday.
Is that your podcast?
Yes, it's Sunday. It's usually a panel of gals, occasionally a token man, and we discuss like the hot topics of the day.
Panel of gals, hey?
Mm-hmm. But it's not, it's not like just cackling. It's we're smart too.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't
It's
know.
like 40% cackling, 60%.
40% drama and bitching.
Fine, it's 50% shit talking, 50% news.
Did you hear what they said? Essentially what I've been doing for the last week.
Right. You're all ready now. Thank you guys so much in the chat for your super chats and your fun questions with Star Wars Theory, the classic Aries man, the Sigma male.
Holy shit. Yeah. No, wait, when I did that move, that was for Giga. It's a Giga Chad move.
Oh,
Sigma,
okay.
Sigma, yeah, you educated me on that. That's nice. Thank you.
Sigma's cooler. Sigma's
Patrick
where it's
Bateman and SpongeBob. Sounds great.
This
Good
was
combo.
awesome. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have to do this again soon. And
Sure.
yes, say may the force be with you, or say may the force be with you in Keanu's chat. We're gonna raid her. All right.